Today's mission back at Grange is to re-wall the front room and repaint the whole thing and take those photos or pictures down. So yeah, only a little challenge. I've ripped out a lot of the stuff here, clean it all. I'm not going to redo the ceiling. I did the ceiling a couple of years back, so I'm just repainting the inside and putting walls back up. This used to be a deck, obviously, because you can see where the deck palings were. So it must have been up to here, and then they just sheeted it, put a door frame in. And I've got to replace the floor as well. Well, I'm not replacing the floor, I'm just putting a timber floor on top of this. So yeah, it's going to be a nice challenging day, because I've got to get this place finished so I can rent it out. So I went a bit overboard at Bunnings. Bit crazy. But, start dragging this stuff up, and someone stole my freaking blower. So I'm not happy about that. Anyway, yeah, new ones. All right, start cracking on. Just took out all of the. I thought they were nails, but they're actually screws. So this thing is screwed in. Yeah, those things. So I just ripped them out. I'm pretty sure it's either a very old one of mine or it's Dad's. No, it's actually, no, it's one of mine. But I've seen a few walls over the years, and I will admit that I'm cheating a bit, so I don't have much time to get this done. So I want to get all of this sheeted today, and that's what I mean by cheating. I am cheating. I'm not putting in real VJs, I'm putting in fake ones. But I think I'll get away with it. Just then there was a couple here. I don't have skirting boards at the moment. I'll get those after this is all done. So I might put the floor in first and put the skirting boards over the floor to hold it down. I know it's cheating, but then again, as I said, don't have that much time to get all this done. Alright, how's this going to look? Job's done, go home. Yeah. I think I might make that. It only came up to there before. So I can either put that flush with the top. What are you doing there? Oh, geez, you're not straight. Didn't think it was. I might do it flush with underneath. That seems to be the easiest way to do it. So that will sit under there, and I'll do that all the way along. On the side bit there, where that is not, yeah, it's not exactly square, but I'll just put a, like they had before, just a bit of timber over the top just to mask it. We'll start getting these laid out, and what I have to do to cut them. If all you will get way anxious and jumping about, putting sheets in, I may or may not have had to run back to the other place to grab a battery, or three, but anyway, let's give this a go. That was easy. That's why I love those things so much. They're so small. Alright, I may or may not have grabbed another couple of drills. And let's get this show on the road. First things first, jack that up. Grab some stuff. The thing I did notice is all these little buggers poking up, ready to stab you in the foot. So I'm gonna have to denail. Yeah, vicious little things. Yeah, they need to be screwed back down again as well. Now they're going to be pulled out. Better not bang them in. You get the idea. Another little trick I picked up was, if you want to know what you're screwing into, is behind it. Yeah, it's about in the middle. So then you just put that up against there, draw your spot, and you know the screw's going to go in as opposed to into the air. So swing this up. I'm probably going to have to get a strip over the top. I thought I would have to do something like that. Okay, let's start getting a show on the road. First hole about to be drilled, and then it's just from there. Didn't realise my drill was still on hammer. That's now something annoying noise. And then 100 more of these to go. And I'm not going to show them all because it makes it way too hard to do. Yep, recessed a bit. Alright, that's one of God knows how many more I've got to do. Alright, I'll come back to you when they're all up and see what they look like. Now the second board's in. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. But you can cover up your sins by putting down something in the corner that hides the join. That's what was there before, so that's what I'll probably do. So I'll just measure out. Yeah, no, I've got your tape, Tony. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I need is 55, 54, 54, okay. So we will cut one of these, 54. Okay. Can't do this one-hander, but you pretty much know the drill. You know your main business when you see the saws that are up here. And other power tools. So I want to cut this off. Just thought the easiest way to do it would be to do it here, because I need to cut another one anyway for that side. Plus I need to cut up all the floorboards that are going down. So this will live up here for a little while. And I can probably use it as a plank on it when I'm painting, which hopefully I'll be getting to a bit later on today. Right, without any further ado, then I'll cut this up and plonk this board in. That wall is done. Bit of a hack job at the end, and I may not have had to grab the planer out to level it off. So there's just that wall to do. Now, there's one or two things we can do here, because that doesn't have tongue groove on it, so I cut that off. Not very well, doesn't matter because it's being hidden. And we can use this bit here and then cut one of these bits at the end, so you're not having to plane all that off. That's probably what I'll do. Then I add one over. It's always best to have too much than not enough. So I've just got that little bit to do, and I can start screening all the bottoms. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I don't know if anyone is watching this. You're probably thinking, well, there's a lot of road noise. What about insulation? I did think of that. I did think about insulating this. If I was staying here, I probably would. And I did get liquid nails to glue these things on. I just figured if I ever do move back here, then I want to insulate it. But I was going to do more. I was going to take all these windows out and put in proper walls and have this as a more usable room. As I said, it's just the deck that was on the house probably originally, and they've built it in. Yeah. Anyway, let's do that. Keep on going. Well, that's all the top screwed in, cut out, put in. Yeah, one full sheet left over. So I'll probably take that back. They're only about $40 a sheet, but $40 is $40. I don't need to spend it. I don't need to. So I am reasonably happy with how all that went, and I think that looks 1,000 times better than it did before. And now I just need to screw in the bottoms, and then we start on cleaning, removing and painting. Yeah, as I said, I'm not going to do that ceiling. I'm going to clean the ceiling. I'm not going to paint it, so I'm going to paint all this. I think it's that colour. It's the same colour that I got for Gaythorne. So, funnily enough, I have two houses with exactly the same interiors. Well, interior colours. All right, enough yakking. Let's get the rest of these done and start on cleaning. They're all screwed in. Yeah, pretty happy with how it's turned out. Thinking about drilling those floorboards and screwing them down. There's the stacking boards, but the thing is, I might have to do that one because there's a floating floor going over the top of this. And if I was staying here, I would have ripped all of this up and put in those, but I'm not. So, but as I said, if I ever do move in, all this is reversible. And I can just take it out. But right now, I'm going to use my handy dandy newest addition to the Ryobi One family. This can make a fair bit of noise as well. And I'm going to blow those cobwebs out. So I'm going to spend a bit of time doing that with two hands, and then we'll start sugar soaping because we want to get that paint on. It's time now, 1:15. Okay, I should have enough time to paint this room, clean up and paint this room, and move everything out of it. Cool it. Now the next fun job is to spack filler in where the screws are. That's why I recessed them a little bit when I put them in. Anyway, I've got to go through and do all of these. Wait for it to dry. Then sand it down. I can give it some paint. Yeah, this is fun. Alright, you know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm just sort of paint now, but one thing I discovered is that when I painted the ceiling, I didn't paint all of the ceiling. I painted the ceiling blocks. I painted some of it on the wooden surrounds there, so I'm going to have to do that first. And I've found some ancient ceiling paint and mixed it up with a fork. Let's put a base so I can clean it off. So yeah, this is going to be fixing up what I should have done when I painted this years ago. Yeah, anyway, enough yapping. I went round and did the bits that I missed before. Can't really see it on camera, but it does look better. I'm not going to take an awful amount of time. Now I'm going to start on that back wall. Brush it all down, give it a bit of a clean. It's clean enough to paint. Then I'll put a coat on that. And they should be dry enough to sand by then, and I'll put a coat on that. And then I'll put another coat on that, and another coat on that, and another coat on this, and then it should be done. And that as well. Off to it. Paint that we're using today is Dulux washing wear. And I always like that stuff. And they had the big tin on sale for Bunnings, tinted for $109, which is pretty good. That'll easily do all of this room and more. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to put cut on that back wall first. Yep, let's start with that. Yeah, it's a bit lighter, looks good, makes the room look fresher. Because it just looks dirty. Well, it is dirty. Yeah, it's going on pretty well. I mean, I gave myself a Pepsi challenge with the cheapest roller and kit that I could find. Giving more words to a good workman never blames his tools. Well, I can. Because I think it was, what, $6. Anyway, it's going on. First coat's going on well. Yeah, I might actually show you how I paint BJs anyway. Painted a few houses, BJs. That's pretty much how I do it. So I get the roller, roll it on. Yeah, just roll it on. And then put that back down, go my paintbrush, and you cut in, but you also paint in your groove. So yeah, camera work's not the best because I'm doing this one-handed. So you paint in that groove. You cut in only quite roughly, so you'll see why in a sec. Alright. Then you grab your roller. Back again, not really loaded with paint, just as it is, and then roll over it again. And then that smooths out any lines left by the brush. So that's what I'm doing, and it's going alright. I'm not cheap. I wasn't too sure whether or not I was going to paint this just a gloss white, but no, just going to have it as the wall colour. Alright, let's keep on going. The back wall's done now, first coat anyway. You can see the contrast between it and what actually looks reasonably clean, sort of. But yeah, it's come up pretty well for its first coat. Oh, need to roll that. Need to roll the bottom again. Just reminded me. So did a bit. Getting rolling. I've got heaps of paint, but what I want to do now is it's taking so long to do. It's time now. 20 to 4. So it took me a couple of hours to do that bit, but it is looking so much better than what I did. And that was a very clean side. On that side. now yeah, it's looking great. I do say so myself. But anyway, what I want to do now to finish off the afternoon, because it's getting a bit buggered and been a big day. Well, in today, what I want to do is get all this sanded back and get one coat on these, because this is just primer. So that's what I will do next. And because I'm being slack, I'm bringing out my Ryobi one, so it can do the job of sanding. And then I'm going to put the metal part on it and cut those screws off. I don't know what those screws are for. I think I put a Ethernet port in the bedroom. But anyway, I'll get onto this and get cracking. This is a little bit different to the room I walked in this morning. So, got all those up. They're all painted with the first coat on them. Still got to do that wall. But it's getting, time is marching on in the afternoon. I need to clean up here, pack out some stuff, get home, have a shower, and then go out. Yeah, so much for getting it all done. I'm going to nick that keyring and take that with me. But yeah, I reckon we can go at a fair nudge today. Certainly looks a crap load better than what I did this morning. Getting there. Yeah, done for Saturday.